But
if your hand has worms, you should go to a doctor.
I think the discussion is done. Thank you for coming. The Guild of Adventure, well, Champions of Adventure Guild welcomes you if you wish to join. Go away. I'm busy.
I feel like I'm being blamed for his bad analogy.
Right. Can you just tell us where she is? Like, do you know where she was last seen? And then we will leave
Do I
you
look
alone.
like her babysitter? I am not here to babysit people. Why do they have me talking to these freelancers? Out of my office, please.
You look like a well-informed and very, a person that would know a lot of things, the going-ons.
Hey, Adam, is the information within the Nine Guilds handout considered public knowledge or common knowledge?
It is considered common knowledge.
Okay, so then I would have her name.
Yep, her name is not as much common knowledge, but you would know it as someone who has been part of a guild before.
Yeah, but I'd recognize the name of the Night Lady.
Well, I mean, how many purple women can be pub calling around Oxrock?
More than you would think. You keep terrible company, Master Dwarf. Terrible company. Except for the tall woman. She knows when to be quiet.
I think this guy's the middle finger.
Right, we shall be on our way. It was very nice to meet you, Finger, and we shall surely meet at some other time.
Yes, I'm sure. Perhaps you, Master Dwarf, will come back, as long as you leave your freelancers behind.
I shall try and keep that in mind.
Yes. There you go. You talked to Fonzo. And now everybody hates Fonzo.
Piece of shit.
Spoke to the Fonz.
Everybody hates Fonzo.
When I write his name down, I'm gonna put his nickname as the Bird.
So, Fonzo is who you have met thus far. You can go back down.
Yeah, I figured
you had to wait a while.
Trying to ask about if we can find this purple lady.
The Night Lady.
The Night Lady.
Mm-hmm.
The Sylvanas of this group.
Not exactly. But yeah, kind of. She's actually sexier than Sylvanas, in my opinion.
Ooh.
I used. But, and that's hard to say.
Yeah.
Sylvanas is sexy.
For being
anyway.
dead.
Anyway, you go back down and you want to talk to probably Matilda about seeing the Night Lady?
Yeah, but she's not called Matilda.
I thought it was...
Oh, dang it. Not Matilda.
Dorche?
Dorche.
Dorche. Heatherguard, Green Firm.
Yeah, you see Dorche and you see Halfdane both down there.
Thank you a lot, Dorche. It was a very nice meeting with the Finger, Fonzo.
Oh dear, you don't have to lie to me.
Oh, I am very honest. It was enlightening, to say the least.
Halfdane said, "Yeah, I bet it was."
However, one thing he did not care to tell us was where we might find the Night Lady Finger. I wonder if you know, or if you can ask around if there's anyone that knows where she's last seen.
Well, the Night Lady was here, earlier yesterday. but she hasn't been around since then.
Did she
Do you
tell
happen to
where
know
she
where
would
she's
go?
going?
Yeah.
No. She didn't really say. She's probably looking after... She has a pet project going, and she doesn't like to tell about her pet projects, but they always turn out good for Oxrock, so we don't ask questions.
Does she have any like friends who might know where she went?
Well, I mean, her mate is here, but that's the High Leader, and he's having to meet with the other guild heads to make sure that all the up and up stuff is going on with the inner workings of what's going on. You know, there's stuff going on in Milcian, and it's really taking his attention.
He's the fist, right?
He's the thumb. You know, if Fonzo's the bud, the middle finger, he's the thumb.
Yeah, I told you.
Right, I was not actually proposing he would be the index finger, but anyway. Well, if we can't talk to the thumb, then I suppose we'll have to look elsewhere. Do you know which places she has already visited?
Oh, the Night Lady? Well, make me a diplomacy check.
There we go. Oh, that's a 20.
Oh!
Oh, crit success?
Yeah.
She kind of says, she kind of looks at her husband who's distracted, looking around at something else and says, "Hey, you over there? Now, you stop that. No, keep that out of your mouth." And you see that one of the goat-headed minotaurs has put some of the curtain in his mouth. It's going over there. But as he walks away, she says, "Well, you didn't hear it from me, but the Night Lady has been investigating the different taverns, and she thinks there might be something underneath, something that might cause, from what I've heard, again through the vine, that it might cause a problem for Oxrock. But, or it might be some riches, I don't know. That's also been something through the grapevine. Or that it might be some connection to the Docklands that she's from. The dock below. But again, I don't know. All I know is that she's searched every place to the west except for Fredno's Flagon, the Slobbering Hound, and what was the other one? A spoiled egg, I think.
I see. That is a lot of knowledge for someone who doesn't know anything. And he winks.
Oh yes, dear. And she winks very elaborately at you two.
Well, thank you very much. Would you happen to like to know what happened at Milcian?
Well, you have information about what happened in Milcian?
Fortunately, yes.
If you have information, I'm sure we can sell it for a big penny.
Well, she gave us information. I don't see why we shouldn't share it with her.
Yeah, it's a little quid pro. Fair is fair.
A tell for a tell.
Is this something you want to relay in some kind of official manner to one of the fingers or their assistants, or is this like again, another grapevine that's growing?
Well, I was thinking perhaps you could inform them, and they would be greatly appreciative of the information you have gathered.
Oh, I see. I like you, dear. Just tell me all about it.
And she just gets herself comfortable. And as her husband starts to come over, she's just
Go away. Go away.
Are we gonna do this in the form of a missive, or a letter, or a time jump, or?
There's gonna be a time jump because I'm not gonna explain the whole thing that happened in
Yeah.
Lucian.
Here's my entire backstory.
But you are able to relay it to her, and she does seem very interested in what you say. You give her information about being there.
Yeah. And sort of the song thing that was going on, and the shadows and such.
Okay. Okay. She doesn't seem to be super familiar with the song. She's not.
Do you remember the lyrics to the song, Colin? Does Jalurie remember the lyrics of the song?
Well, she cries every time she sings it, so.
Yeah.
Could you? Well, okay, fine. Yeah, can you write them down? That song's pretty catchy. Something Cashew might sing in an idle moment.
Hung you by the highest tree.
Pretty close.
I don't know the whole thing.
We hung
That's
you by
pretty.
your head.
It's in one of these things. It's in a handout somewhere.
We hung you by your head, dumb Thule. And that's how it goes on from there. It's parody. We have it actually. It is in it's on our channel for those that want to watch. So
Is it buried in the session video, or is it like its own thing?
I think it's
it should be, let me make sure.
yeah, I'm
I gotta
pretty
go
sure
back
we.
into
I'm pretty sure we
Roll20 and see if
have
it's
it.
written down.
Yeah, I don't think we have it
You don't have it.
in a separate video.
But I sang it. I remember singing it.
Yeah, but
Some-
you did it in.
Yeah,
the
you
session.
said it in shadows. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
but isn't it? It's written down somewhere too, isn't it?
I have it written down.
Yeah,
Yes.
we had it in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, can't trust the chat. Fine.
Yeah, you gotta scroll.
Jalurie would know this. Copy. And I will let you guys have that, since it is now in character knowledge for everybody. Big text.
It's like a Colin text.
Yep, it's a Colin
Yeah.
text. Fitting that it's for Jalurie's background.
Good. I'm gonna copy this into a Google document for later.
We hung you by your head, dumb Thule. You cursed us with your last cry. We hung you by your head, dumb Thule. Said you'd come back and we would die.
All right. Just gonna scroll past all the other stuff I have saved in here.
So there you go. You viewers, we might do a thing where we sing it or something. But I thought I did. So if I did,
You did at one point. I don't know if you ever put it up.
that is fair. I may not have.
Yeah, I mean, you sang it in the session, but we didn't do a highlight or anything.
Oh, we need to do that then. It's coming back around. And I've got it still recorded. Alright. So there we are.
She will throw in that if any word gets around about some interesting brews that might be acquired, she would be interested learning how to make them.
Oh, I'll keep my ears out, dear. I'll keep my ears out. She gives you a nice wink. You know, if you guys don't have a place to stay, you could always stay with my husband and I. We have a little spot over there in the kind of western district, not far from here. If you need a place to stay, she says with a wink, wink. Just us.
Anything would be better than the sexy wizard. The The barkeep there is just it's weird.
Oh, well, he's a bit forward. Don't worry, he's a bit forward. Me and the husband were not nearly as forward. You can make me a sense motive.
Which is now perception, I think.
Correct.
Me and
17.
my husband wanted to spice up the sex life a little bit.
She is clearly coming on to you, and she seems to be giving this as a blanket invitation to the group. And she's clearly...
Wait, hold up. I clearly missed some pivotal piece of information.
And she's clearly doing that, and her husband is, he's not as inept as he tries to put on. He does his job, and he does it well. He does it so well that he doesn't have to do it very much. But when he does it well. And he kind of looks over, and he sees what she's doing, and he goes, and he gives that exaggerated wink too, smiles, has all of his teeth, big smile. You gotta do something to keep the experiences and the color in your hair.
Are we being invited to a gnomish orgy?
A gnomish
Quite
orgy
possibly.
that could prevent those gnomes from getting the bleaching and getting so depressed that they die. Now there's
You know what?
quandary.
I'm all for doing whatever part I can to fight cancer.
It's fight leukemia.
Only you
Let
can
this
prevent cancer.
this will be my pink ribbon. No orgy.
Anyway, if you choose,
If you wanna come over there, just let us know. Send word ahead of time and we'll be all ready and prepared.
Woof. Says Cashew.
Well, keep it in mind, I suppose.
Well, good. I mean, you said you didn't have a place to stay earlier anyway, so now you do. You just come on over. Just
At
let
least
us know
this
you're
sex
coming.
time will be free.
See, right? That's the whole. When we were over at the Sexy Wizard, he was real forward, but you had to pay for it. I felt like I was being solicited.
all right.
Not sure the experience is similar, but
I mean, there's less oil involved, I imagine. Or more, I don't know.
or more.
Only one way to find out.
And then Octarion arrives.
Yes, it's not long after. You guys
We're walking on the creepy gnome orgy.
looking around, keep looking around, and the rain starts to stop and slow down, but does not go away. At the moment, anyway. But both Artulis and Octarion have made their way back to the group. They kind of meet as you guys are going west. They're coming east to meet up with you.
Jalurie's probably, like, as she's heading out, she's waving back at the gnome couple and sort of gives an exaggerated wink back.
Okay.
You're gonna fuck those gnomes.
We found his love interest.
No, those gnomes are gonna fuck
love
her.
might be a heavy term.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably.
Clearly, one of the NPCs is meant to get laid here.
Not
knows?
necessarily one of the PCs, but definitely one of the NPCs.
Yeah, he's the bait. You know, he's gotta try it before anyone else, so we can so he can tell us like how the experience was, if it was worth it or not.
All right.
I don't know. I'm a little concerned about the size difference.
You guys met. I'm not sure what size difference you're talking about, but you are not too big.
Right. Size.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ride up with my eyebrows as far up my head as they can possibly go.
No, sorry. I was talking about something else.
We got some good information actually.
Yeah.
There's a finger, the night lady, who's looking around the tavern. So we have 3 taverns that she's supposed to be at, like one of them, possibly.
Then which are those? Can you guys remember places from the quest line?
The Slobbering Hound and the Rotten Egg. I wrote them down.
There was one other.
Yes, there's.
No, it was just those 3.
That was only 2.
No, it was 3.
There was 2.
Well, he said 3.
I
No, he
said
said
3.
What was the first one?
I said Fredno's Flagon, the Slobbering Hound, and the Rotten Egg.
I definitely did not hear the Frednell's flag in part
That
you
one's
said.
recorded. You can't give me shit about that.
We'll go back and see.
We'll just watch it in a week. The stone resonates at the flagon.
Oh, that's great.
You were really dead set on sticking us back in that maze.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. He doesn't have to make a new map for the next dungeon. We can just use that one.
Well,
That place was big enough for horses, right? Yeah, totally was.
No.
Parts of it.
It was big enough for. It was big enough for bats. It was big enough for bats.
There was a hole. You had to go down a road.
There was a hole.
You're gonna drop your horse 20 feet to the ground?
No,
was a hole.
without some kind of pulley system. Who's got ranks? Everybody. Fine.
There was a hole a medium creature had to crawl through. So yeah.
That's fair.
Oh
Anyway.
yeah, that horse won't fit in that hole.
I'll have to invest in. I'm gonna commit suicide and come back as a goblin with Rough Rider and just jump on Cashew's back like I should have done.
You know, Kane, considering how this particular session has gone,
Yeah, that goblin's
chosen a
not gonna be
different
the
wording.
first thing to ride me if this keeps going.
Oh yeah. So you didn't see like a purple-skinned lady when you were at the flagon.
Did I see one, Adam?
you kind of think back, you don't remember seeing one. But you definitely remember, you don't remember, but kind of looking at Artulis, he kind of was, oh, there was a woman like that, came up from the bottom when you all were outside.
That makes a lot of sense. We were told that whatever she's been investigating has been below the tavern. The taverns, I should say.
Right, one of them, I suppose. So
Well,
you think she's still there, or was she like leaving?
But she left when I was there, but who knows? The bar wench, let me see, what was her name? Tifa, I think it was. I don't know. But the girl there said that she's been there twice. Well, not her specifically, but things that were about her. There are perhaps some things that we could do there. I did go up high and catch the layout of the land. Perhaps I know a place to get beneath the ground if it has not been destroyed.
So for my own peace of mind, is this before or after the second Shadows over Milcian game? Or I should say the third Shadows over Milcian game.
What the hell was the name of that one shot?
Investigations in the dark.
Yes, that was it. Okay, good. Or 6 hours of don't tell the mimic it can turn into a barrel.
That was on y'all.
Questionable.
Yeah.
The mimic is insane.
Questionable.
Wait.
Anyway,
Are you saying my favorite pet mimic showed up in another session that I missed?
Yeah.
Duty? Yeah.
Duty.
Ah.
That's what happens when
Duty.
you don't show up for the games, my man.
Yeah, dude. Kane makes a good question.
I
How
like
long
Dodie.
has it been for like peace of mind?
for you, like that's out of character knowledge now.
Well, yeah, I know.
I'm aware.
Asked.
It's just in the back of my mind. If Octarion dies, I was thinking about re-rolling up Aiden.
Well, I friends network unreachable. Shut up. I asked because you said that she hadn't investigated Frednell's flagon before now.
Yeah, according to the barmaid,
That would only make sense if this occurred before investigations in the dark.
Well, Atulis says that Tifa told him that a group went down and hasn't come back up yet, so she went and started poking around down in the basement and came back up, which was today.
Okay.
Well, I suppose we'll go there anyway. And we'll see if she's there or not.
Yeah, we might catch her on the way out. I mean, even if she's not there, there's only 2 other places she's gonna go. Maybe.
I should say there's only 2 other places she has left to check.
That's a fair assumption. So you want to go there?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you all stroll back into Frednell's, and he says, "Oh, welcome back! Oh, you brought some friends with you. Do they want sandwiches too?"
What's a sandwich?
Oh, my friend, you have not lived.
Cashew would beg to differ on an empirical basis, but he is listening.
This picture here is Frednell.
Yeah, I remember.
Jalurie is
I do as
very
well.
interested in a sandwich.
All right. Octarion may have reviews of the sandwich. Who knows?
Octarion's more concerned with like, now that he knows there's a basement, is there a clear access point?
Yeah, you saw it when you were there.
Just that convenient hole in the back.
Well, there's a downstairs that leads into it. It's just a stairwell, and it leads right down in there. It's close. It's kind of close and behind the bar, like directly behind the bar. But there's a wall behind the bar, and it's behind that wall type thing.
Okay. That's all I
Last
wanted
time
to
you
know.
were here-
I didn't remember from playing it last time. Last time I had it in my head, it was just there was a hole in the back of the wall that took you to the cellar. Which seems to track for Orgrimmar, I guess.
No, there's stairs that lead down, and then the hole in the wall is the way to access through the drain into that maze. However, it's up to you guys on whether you want to try and do that or not.
I mean, if we're gonna go back there, we should probably ask. Normally, when people walk into my establishment and they try to go into the back room, I'm like, hey, don't do that.
Oh, you have an establishment.
It was a hypothetical scenario.
Oh, so you don't have an establishment.
Well, not as of yet.
Ah, but
No.
but you're thinking of it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always open to possibilities.
That's very interesting. Yes, of course. We should ask nicely if we may enter his downstairs.
That has been the theme of the session.
Yes. Can I get into your downstairs, please? That has definitely been the session.
We hear there's a treasure chest buried in there somewhere that might or might not have other characters jammed in it.
That again,
Meta knowledge.
okay. Meta knowledge and innuendo at many levels. Okay.
Frednell, we are very interested in your sandwich, but may we have access to your downstairs area?
Well, I don't know. That seems kind of personal question.
Like the basement.
Yes, your basement area.
Okay.
Everyone in this town is so fucking horny.
It's because
And that's coming from a guy who used to live with nymphs.
it's so dry, you know.
But he says, well, I'm sorry, I'm not really supposed to let anybody down in there at the moment, because, you know, the champions of adventure are adventuring down there. They've got some things going on down there, and it's not supposed to be letting anybody else down there at the moment.
So it's literally happening.
Hoping to talk to him.
Oh, right.
Literally happening during the events of Explorations in the Dark.
We actually already knew about this. It is actually partially why we would like to go down there, so we could talk to them.
Diplomacy?
Somebody's gonna learn how to say gobshite with a really bad Irish accent. Rest in peace, Greg.
Rip.